Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm just gonna be doing my makeup, not my hair today. And then also I'm gonna be doing like a kind of like a talk through. I'm gonna be explaining like why I don't show my baby's face or why I haven't introduced him. For my face, I already did like the steps before applying makeup, so I already added creams, everything else beforehand, because I have really bad eczema around my yeah, it's pretty bad. So we're just gonna do like a very simple like makeup, obviously, just to get through the whole conversation, not conversation, but like talk through. I'm actually gonna try a few new products that I did buy, and also it's going to be like a everyday makeup. Yes, I'm gonna just backtrack a little bit of like how everything happened when I was pregnant. So when I was pregnant, when I first found out I was pregnant, I mean, it was a shocker, like a complete shocker for me that I was pregnant. It was like, girl, you're about to be someone's mom. Like, what? And it didn't even make it any easier that I didn't show until I was like 7 months pregnant that I was actually pregnant. So it was still kind of like a shocker throughout my pregnancy, but I still felt like the symptoms. Obviously, my body was changing, and even though I wasn't in denial like by like 3 months or 4 months pregnant. Like immediately when I first found out I was pregnant, I decided to go back to school. Yes, I already have like my degree in business, but I wanted to go back to school to get my license in beauty school. So the minute I found out, literally the minute I found out I was pregnant, I was looking up schools to get me in right away so I can get my license before my baby was here. So obviously I already added like a few things to my list while I was pregnant, right? So on top of that, like I found out I was pregnant, and then I decided to go back to school. Well, not to school, it was beauty school. And on top of that, like me and my son's dad, we were like what are we gonna do, you know? Like, are we gonna be together? Are we not? Like, how is this gonna work? Like, we're still trying to figure that out ourselves. And at that time, he was also going to school, working full time, and also I was working too. And I basically had a lot of things on our plate during that period of time because we were just like I said, it was a shocker to us that we were pregnant. And we were in the midst of like, we were like, okay, are we gonna be together or not? Like, if we're gonna be together, then we have to like find a place to live and stuff like that. Like, we were kind of just like figuring things out in a sense. And just to put it out there that like no relationship is easy, you guys, especially bringing a baby into this world. It's never going to be easy. I don't think anybody's ever ready to be a parent. And I'm the first one to say, because it was no secret that I didn't want any kids. But you know, God has a different, or had a different plan for me. And I'm a mom now and I love it. It's amazing. But at the same time, you know, it's hard. So during that time, you know, as we're trying to figure things out, we're kind of taking it day by day. Like, we're kind of like trying to see basically where life takes us. So I started beauty school. He was doing, like, my son's dad is doing his thing too. Like, he's going to work, he's go to school. And at this point we're like, okay, like where are we gonna live, you know, like what are we gonna do with this living situation? One of the options was moving into his parents' house so we can like save money to like buy a home for our baby, especially because we want him to grow up in a home, not like moving around constantly. So like I said, for me that was not my first choice, but at that moment I was gonna do what was best for the future and for my baby, of course. And we ended up deciding to move in to his parents' house. Well, we got like these sheds, basically like from Tough Shed, and we created them. We got two. So we created basically like a mini home, and I'll probably insert some maybe pictures of inspos that probably like look like them or probably look like it. And then we also got another one because I have a business, so we created a different, or not created, but like we built another shed on the side so I can work. Obviously, because that's always been my ultimate goal, is to work from home, especially bringing a baby into this world. And now that I'm thinking about it, I forgot my concealer, but it's fine. We invested money into some sheds, right? And we ended up like building them immediately. It had like drywall, it had electricity, it had everything except a bathroom, you guys. A bathroom. And it was, I guess it was fine because in his parents' home there's two bathrooms, so one of them was technically supposed to be for us and the baby. So keep in mind, I am pregnant, and I just hit myself. I'm pregnant, right? And I always had to use the restroom. I always had to pee, whatever time it was, like I had to pee, right? So the mom would really make a big deal me using the restroom. Like it was like no lie, you guys. She would make my life miserable. Majority of the time I was in school at that time. Like literally my whole pregnancy I was in school. For like 6-7 months I was in school. So regardless, I was really never there. But when I was there, like the 2 days we had off, like I was there, right? So I mean, eventually I had to use the restroom. I legit would have to use the restroom before my son's dad would go to work. And then if I really had to use the restroom, sometimes I would go to the store, whatever store was around there, I would go to the store and use the restroom. You guys, I'm literally pregnant. All of this is gonna make sense why I don't post my baby. Then obviously it was just, you know, I would tell him, he would literally fight with his mom every single day. Like it was just horrible. Like, and I would just suck it up because at the moment, like we just had too many things on our plate, like too many things. And like it was just causing so much stress. It was causing a strain in our relationship. I was pregnant. He needed to focus on his job. He needed to go to school. I needed to focus on my business and school. And I was like commuting, so it was like 2-3 hours going to school and then coming back to his parents' house. And it was just to the point where like it was really miserable, you guys. I didn't really know how much I could handle that, and I never wanted to move in there in the first place. Like I truly never, like it's never good to move in with your in-laws. Or I was kind of like raised like you don't really, si es casa ajena, you don't butt in, you know, like you just respect them. So obviously I never disrespected this lady, like never disrespected her in any way, shape, or form. Never disrespected her, because I was taught that like if it's somebody's house, you don't disrespect them in their home, in their own home. Like I wouldn't want to be disrespected in my own home, so why would I do it to someone? So that was that. And I was like about, so at this point, you know, like time is going by, right? And I would just literally, it was just so bad, right? Like she would complain if I had to use the restroom at like 12 a.m. Like she would start like fighting, you know. And there was this one time where I would literally try to use a restroom before she woke up. So I would, sometimes I wouldn't even sleep. I mean when you're pregnant, like it's hard to sleep already, so like in general, like I wouldn't really sleep. And plus, like, I'm like, you know what? If I wake up at this time before her, like, I will use the restroom. She won't even hear me. I'll get ready and I'm gonna go to school anyways. So, you know, whatever. But there was this one time I woke up at like 4 in the morning to use the restroom. And at this time, like, my son's dad had already had to go to work. So I'm like, okay, like, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna go in by myself. And she, because obviously the light was on from the restroom because I was in there, she literally just started so much stuff, like just started talking all this BS at like 4 or 5 in the morning. You guys, like who wants to hear yelling at like 4 or 5 in the morning? Like, and he has brothers, so they were in the home, and obviously his dad, like it was just too much. It was really draining, like to the point where I was like, I want to say it was like the last month. I was like 8 months pregnant, right? And I had a conversation with my son's dad, and I was like, what are we doing? Like, I'm sorry, but I can't be here with my son. Like, I cannot be here, you know, being miserable, because I did hear that like postpartum is really hard. Postpartum depression is really real, and it is. And I'm not gonna stay here. Like, I'm not staying here. Like, it was really draining. Like, it was to the point, like, I just couldn't take it mentally. I just couldn't take it. And I just felt like I never deserved that. One, I'm pregnant. Like, that should be enough. Honestly, I'm literally carrying your grandchild, right? So anyways, throughout my pregnancy, she's not the only one giving us a hard time, right? It was honestly both sides of the family. My family and his family it was really like, I don't know what their problem was, honestly. Started that I was pregnant. Like, they honestly truly believe that we don't have feelings or didn't have feelings, and all that stress could have caused so much harm to my baby. And I really tried my best not to pay too much attention to all that drama, but it was really hard when it was in front of your face, you know. So when I first found out I was pregnant, I really wanted to document everything. I was like, I want to document my pregnancy, I want to document my labor, my birth, everything, right? I wanted to share my baby to the world. But honestly, all of that drama with people, with both sides of the family, really caused me to basically just enjoy my baby privately, especially the first year. Really enjoy my baby privately, because I wasn't gonna let these people take that away from me. One, I'm a first-time mother. Two, I already didn't have any support. I'm doing it by myself, and obviously with his dad. And on top of that, I'm like trying, you know, I'm going to school. I have to study to get my state license. Like, and y'all want me to focus on your feelings, when in reality I had to really do what was best for my baby and myself and the relationship, you know. It really took a toll on the relationship me and my son's dad had, you know. It really did. And people really don't see that. People don't care. People truly, and this, me being pregnant, really made me open my eyes a lot more than I did before, because it truly made me realize that I'm going to focus on the family I create, not sometimes family that is blood harms you more than, you know, any other person. There were strangers, you guys, strangers who helped me so much more during my pregnancy than anybody else. Like, I just didn't understand how people could be so cruel when it was our own family. But you know, it happened. If you guys had me on here on YouTube, then you guys would have been the first people to know that I was pregnant. But I didn't announce it on any other platform until I was like 6 or 7 months pregnant. Because I legit was just over it. Like, I legit was over it. I wanted to enjoy my pregnancy and people wanted to ruin it for me. They were selfish enough to put their feelings first rather than mine, the pregnant one. And I thought that was really selfish. And I'm like, all right, so you guys want to be selfish, then let me live my life. Let me do what I need to do for the family that I created. And that's it. Like, step out of my way, you know? I truly didn't feel that neither sides of the family deserved to see my baby on the phone, on any type of videos, or this is why I laid out rules. If people were to see my baby in person, there was no pictures allowed, no videos allowed. I don't care, because at the end of the day, this is my baby, this is my family, the family that I created. And I really don't care. It kind of sucks because I would have loved to really put my baby out there, because it was my first time, and, you know, really enjoy the experience as being a mom. But you know what? I still enjoyed it because I enjoyed it privately. And the people that really helped me through my pregnancy are the people that have pictures of my baby, have videos of my baby. You know, they deserve it. They deserve to be there for my baby because they were there when I was pregnant. You know, they treated me with respect. They were caring, you know. And these people were strangers. They threw me a baby shower in school, and I never asked them to, you know, I never asked them to do anything for me. They literally did it from the bottom of their heart. So that is why they deserve to be around my baby. You know, me and his dad really have these conversations about how are we gonna raise, you know, our baby. And we're gonna do what's best for us, and we're gonna do what's best for him, because at the end of the day, he's the one that babies are pure, you guys. Babies are pure. They don't deserve drama in their life, and I'm not gonna bring that into his life. So till this day, I still don't feel like our families deserve to see him, truly, till this day. And he is 8 months old, going on to 9 months, and his parents are really big smokers. And I remember, oh man, I remember when I was there, like, the mom would legit smoke. If, let's say, everybody was in the front yard, like, the mom would not step away to go take a smoke, which the dad is a smoker too, but if he wanted to take a smoke, he would never be around me. I love his dad, by the way. My son's grandpa, I love him. One thing that we're gonna implement is that he doesn't have to call people like grandma or, you know, on aunt or whatever, you know, like uncle, whatever, like we're gonna tell our son, like, you don't have to, if they don't deserve that title, like my son doesn't have to, you know, my son doesn't have to say hi to them if he doesn't want to. I'm not gonna force that upon my kid. I'm not even doing my lips properly. I don't know what's going on. Give me a sec, you guys. How can they say they care about my kid if they don't even respect the mother? You know, you can't say you care about someone's kid and not respect the mother. Point blank. Truly, they really traumatized me. Like, she's not allowed to see my son. She made us spend so much money because we invested on the sheds. And at the end, I was like, I'm not living here because she's very toxic. She's very, she's not good for my baby. Oh. I remember she would also, like, you guys, I never went in there for anything else but to use the restroom, right? And she would say that, like, she was gonna change the locks and let's see where we would use the restroom. Like, who says that? Girl, bye. And then I don't want to speak too much about my family because they're another story, you guys. Honestly, truly, like, that's another story. But truly, to this day, I don't feel like the people that treated us really bad when I was pregnant deserve to really see my baby. But I keep telling myself that. I keep stopping myself from posting my baby because, like, you know, because of them. Like, so I don't want to do that. But then, like, that's why I always go back and forth, because, okay, this is horrible, because I'm like, oh, I don't want them to see my baby. Like, I don't want to. Ooh, okay, I like it. I feel like a lot of people really hurt us, and that's just, I'm just giving you guys like a small glimpse of honestly what really happened, you know. But in general, overall, both sides of the family really hurt us. And como I have, like, I'm already speaking Spanish, I'm like, for me, it's a lot of resentment. It's a lot of, like, y'all really couldn't be there for me when I was pregnant, but you care about my son. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, you guys. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't like people who just want to be there for the good. You know what I mean? Like, if you truly cared about me bringing a child into this world, like, it doesn't matter whether it's good or bad, whether it's like a hard time or not. Like, I'm gonna use this as a blush. Let's see. It doesn't matter, you know. Like, you would try to, like, make amends with, like, you know, the person you have drama with. Like, I don't even know why people honestly made our life really hard. I truly don't know. And, like, Well, I do know, but it's like selfish. They're selfish, you know. So I just know that overall, you guys, I feel like these people that hurt us from both sides of the family, I personally feel like they really don't deserve to experience the milestones of my baby. And therefore, I chose to wait on posting him. Because, you know, it's a very like special moment, you know, it's especially as a first time mom, like, you know, you really are going through it, and they should have been understanding that, you know, this was my time to shine as a first time mom, and that's that. Like they should have really put their pride aside and treated us better, you know, but they didn't. So that's why I don't want to not post him. So at the end of the day, I enjoyed the first year with him, or these 8 months with him, because I didn't let them, oh man, I want to do more things, you know, with him. He is my baby. He is a part of me. He is everything to me. We have certain people that apologized to us when he was like 6 months old. Like, what made you wait for 6 months to apologize what you did to us? You know, people are selfish. Like, they don't think about anyone but themselves. So don't get mad now that I don't involve you in stuff. At the end of the day, what we decided and what we're going to continue to decide is going to be best for our baby. And at the end of the day, we don't need to discuss anything with neither sides of the family. Just me and him, you know, we just have to decide between me and him, and as long as we're both content with how things are going, or for him, for our son, then that's all that matters for us. Honestly, we really don't care about what anyone else has to say when it comes to our families. Like, we don't care, honestly. We're both grown, and obviously we have a child together. Unfortunately, it sucks for them, right? So look, you guys. So what I told you guys, it was only a small portion of what really happened, and really the root of the reason why I haven't posted my baby or his face, you know, is because I truly don't believe that neither sides of the family deserve to really see him grow up. Definitely becoming a mom and a parent, it's been difficult, but as long as I've enjoyed my baby privately, that's all that matters to me. I haven't missed a moment. I haven't missed anything. We're not gonna tolerate disrespect for no reason. If we didn't give you any reason to disrespect us, we're not gonna worry about making other people happy. At the end of the day, the only person we care about making happy is our baby. And if we're allowed to enjoy him privately, then so be it. Obviously, I've mentioned to you guys before that I want to be able to just capture moments now when he's 1 year old, because he's gonna be able to do things, and I want to be able to enjoy those moments with him, and I want to bring you guys along our day-to-day life, our adventures. So if you guys want to ride along, be my guest, you know, we would love that. If you've been riding with me since day one, and my baby obviously, then we appreciate you from the bottom of our heart, and I appreciate every single individual that was there for me when I was pregnant. The girls from beauty school, they really showed out for me, so I owe them so much, and they know it. And for the people that treated us bad, I mean, that's always gonna be stuck with me, you know, and I was really hurt about it, and I'll never forget how I was treated when I was pregnant. So with that being said, you guys, my piece of advice is going to be for anybody struggling out there, you know, people pleasers, honestly, do what makes you happy. And honestly, don't care about what other people say, because at the end of the day, we're all gonna die someday, you guys. So live your life the way you want to live it, and it doesn't matter who's judging you or not. Like, live your life the way you want to live it and the way you're content with living it. Don't try to live your life to please other people, because it's not a life. You're gonna be so exhausted trying to live this life that you're unhappy. I've learned that it's the way you see life. It's the way you react to things in life and the situations that happen in your life. So, you know, just try to be positive, or I've tried to be positive. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of hard times and a lot of dark moments and foggy moments that sometimes you really don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But, you know, find a purpose in life, find a purpose. And I guess my purpose is now my son, and I want to be the happiest and the best version of myself for my son. He's an amazing baby. He's so funny and so cute, you know. So I really want to share awesome moments that I have with him with you guys. So hopefully we get there. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys.